Hey everybody, it's Vic Asmadi here to talk Wizardry 8 challenge ideas. I'm getting close to finishing what I'm doing with Rampage and I'm looking ahead for ideas for the next challenge. I'm putting this out there to get your guys' feedback and thoughts, but I think I've kind of decided, but I'm really interested in what you have to say. So I'm taking a look at the kind of the challenges I've been doing recently, the work here with the Rampage, the solo runs, Russian Roulette. The Rampage has been great. I really like the constraints of not being able to just march into any area, get what you need, do what you got to do. It has a lot of long-term planning to it, and that's been great. On the character side, it's all been long-term development. It's been lots of power training, some class switching I was doing just to kind of optimize the mage bishop kind of things. But it really kind of put an emphasis on again the long term party development. I probably overtrained skills and was probably overcautious in entering areas, but that's something I think that I've learned and can adapt to. And again, possibly because I was just kind of overcautious, over prepared. But I like the way it's been going. On the solos, those have been interesting too. Most of the challenge is all up front, basically getting out of the monastery. After that, things kind of get their own pace. There are other classes I could try to do there. I haven't been doing them Ironman just because the pain associated with permadeath there, and they're really not too fun if you're always kind of creeping around every corner. And I want to have a good kind of healthy pace to the games rather than one character paranoid crawling through Dominus hoping not to get paralyzed. Russian Roulette, that was fun too. Actually, it's my favorite way to play casually when I'm, kind of just have like 15, 20 minutes. I've got a party that I'm always playing with there. I do class switching in that sometimes. I've been doing it more and more without class switching. But really, that game's all about money and gear and what you do with the NPCs, right? You've got Vi and Sax as sort of the anchors of your party, and everybody else kind of comes and goes. So what I've been looking at structuring here is something that kind of is a hybrid of all three of these, and kind of looking for something kind of right in that sweet spot, and that's what I want to share with you guys. What I'm thinking is something that really takes the aspects of all three of these and rolls them together. So what I've come up with is what I'm calling the Bodyguard Rampage Challenge. It's like a solo, but with one character that's always there and bodyguards that come and go. It's Rampage, so it has all the Rampage rules. If you see somebody, you fight them. Red, yellow, green, friendlies, neutrals, whatever. You go after them. Try to turn them to red if you can, and fight them, kill them. There are some NPCs that kind of have the flag for cannot be fought with, and you can ignore those for Rampage challenges. What this really means is you don't trade with Bella, but you can still interact with all the Rapax guys during the Templar initiation quest and stuff like that. And also, because it's Rampage, you have to clear everything in that zone before you can leave the area. Everything that you see, all encounters, all set spawns, all NPCs, all RPCs, you kill them before you can leave that zone. Once you leave that zone, you can come back and you don't have to re-clear it. It's already been cleared. Ironman, of course, because that's what we do. But yeah, like you're saying, there's one character in the party that's constant, so it's sort of like a solo, but there's more to it. The other five people in your party follow the Russian roulette rules, which means that when the highest level of those bodyguards levels up, one of them gets replaced at random. And also, the races of those bodyguards are chosen randomly. You can, of course, choose whatever profession you have, but there are no class changes, as you'll see. So whatever you pick, and that's what that guy does. Bodyguards are also perma-dead, so you cannot resurrect them. If they die in battle, they stay dead until the end of that battle, and then you replace them at the end. So I don't know. I can imagine like a soul leader basically leaving, my one higher level party member, the guy I'm protecting standing, and having to replace all bodyguards at the end of that. So there will be some interesting things like that. Like I said, no class changes, and characters must level up when they can. So, like I said, aspects of all three of these, and I did a little comparison. Compared to a rampage challenge, it's going to be a little easier, or at least different, in that you're going to have a lower average party level. I was actually working the party level average pretty aggressively in the The game I'm doing now, making sure I was level 6 at a certain point, level 11, level 7, level 16, just for kind of trying to manage my odds of drops from chests, but really can't do that here. It probably will mean some lower level encounters, but as we know from the Russian Roulette, characters do level up pretty fast if you have one person who can fight at a higher level. The stuff that's harder here is it's going to be there's all party turnover, right? So I'm not going to be developing all the other characters like I had been here. The requirements to level up also means you can't play with your level, and no class changes like I was doing. Compared to Russian Roulette, the only difference here that's positive is you've got one character that's immune to the rules. That's sort of an offset for having the RPCs, like Vi and Sax, were also always immune. Here, the immune persons in your party. It's harder because you've got Rampage rules. You're going to have higher party turnover. You're rolling dice on 1 out of 5 versus 1 out of 6 for someone to get replaced. You've got no shops, so no gear, no spell books, all the things that we were hoarding in that challenge. Again, no class changes, no Vi, no Sax, no RPCs, and also you don't have RPCs available for grinding. When we had our Bard, when we had Sax in the Russian Roulette, we could, just sit there and grind on his charm for a while, but that's not going to be available here. You still have grinding for, I don't know, Divine Trap and Knock Knock and stuff like that, but it's not going to be the same. And it's not that prudent to do for characters that are very likely to get replaced pretty quickly. The perma-death is also very interesting here. I didn't mention that here, but that's part of higher party turnover. Right, once dead, the bodyguard is dead. Compared to a solo run, well, it's just not a solo, but it has a lot of the same sort of single focus of character development for that one person you've got to keep alive. Or at least you can allow them to die, but you have to resurrect them. But they actually have to survive the whole game. The Rampage rules are here. Ironman, like you said, no shops, must level up, no RPC targets. It's going to be more like a solo probably than everything else, but it's got all these other complications to it. So I'm thinking the character I'm going to have is a bishop, but I'm still kind of considering my options there. So that's the idea. I'm going to put this up on Steam as well and see if what feedback and comments I get there. I'm probably a couple days away from finishing the Rampage challenge I'm currently doing, and then I'd look to get something like this started. So, as always, I'm interested in your comments, your feedback. What are your thoughts on this? Too hard, too easy, too crazy? Let me know what you think. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.